In 1878, an ultimatum was issued to the Zulus. The Zulus were construed by the British to constitute a military threat to this region. The thrust of the ultimatum was that the Zulus would have to disband their army, and if they failed to disband this army, it was the British intention to come and disband it for them. And for various good reasons, the Zulus didn't see fit to answer the terms of this ultimatum. So Lord Chelmsford, in command of Her Majesty's forces, decided that he was going to invade this Zulu territory with 3 huge columns. Colonel Pearson was going to go up the coast, that famous soldier Evelyn Wood was to come in from the north, and we are concerned here with the fate of the strongest of these 3 columns, the big central column, which moved from Pietermaritzburg to Greytown, across the Tugela River and up onto that big plateau, Helpmekaar. And from there, this great column, Chelmsford in command, descended and forded the Buffalo River at Rorke's Drift, and the invasion of Zululand began. Chelmsford had a successful skirmish against a chieftain called Schayo, and then he arrived at this spot, Isandlwana. And he set up camp here with his 4,800 men, his 220 wagons and carts, and his 4,500 oxen. He then reacts to some incorrect information that the Zulus were way off to his southeast. So in retrospect, he does a terribly unwise thing. He split this column, and away he goes off into the southeast with over half the men. And while he was away, a patrol strayed up onto that big plateau, and Charlie Raw got the fright of his life. These men had to rein in their horses, they tell us, to prevent their horses from falling into a gully, and they stared aghast at what was in this gully. Raw said, below and beyond us, stretching off along the course of that Ngwebeni stream, off, he said, in an easterly direction, as far as the eye could see, packed in there, squatting in absolute silence upon their great war shields, regiment by disciplined regiment, were the Zulus of the main Zulu army. The Zulus emerged from that gully. Raw and his men turned and fled, and this huge impi, breaking up into its tactic of the horns of the buffalo, hit that skyline. The skyline turned black with Zulus. And a great wing of the Zulu army came over the skyline at the notch and swept across the plain. And the next thing, a huge number of Zulus had emerged in that gully. That was the right horn of the Zulu army. That way out on the plain was the left horn of the Zulu army. And that was the head and the chest of the Zulu army. And in under 2 hours, this camp at Isandlwana was destroyed, and Britain had suffered her greatest defeat in these colonies. Or perhaps, as one should look at this was a great Zulu victory.